Part 2. Now, you seen all my old videos. You see these new ones. And I don't do this for clout. I don't do this for you, actually, the people. I do it to educate you, but then it starts with you and it ends with you. Because what is a good fit for you, maybe it's not a good fit for me. I love the traditional Corso. I would like them to leave the dogs alone. There's no separation between American Corsos or there's no such animal as an American Corso, by the way. There's no such animal as that. These are coin terms that breeders use to belittle the American bred Corsos. The American bred Corso. There are certain bloodlines that affiliate with that, which is foundation stocks of the dogs. Most dogs in that stock will deal with Super 6 and certain Southern Italy dogs. And you might have heard the rumors about the Super 6 being Rottweiler crosses and Neo crosses, which is fabricated. The Super 6 are Sicilian Bisharos that came out of Sicily that were imported by the Santilli family here in America. Now, when the dogs got here, the dogs were bred to two Neapolitan masters. But one time, I'm going to say that again. When the dogs got here and were raised up to be grown dogs, some were bred to Neapolitan masters. Some, not all, some. But one time. Does that contaminate a dog breed? No. Definitely when the dogs were the same breed of dogs. Not saying that Brutus, because Brutus was more of the show type, the more exaggerated dog. But the sound thing would have been to breed Brutus into a Corso. Mike Santilli Sr., the logic of it, he's a dog man. And then with dog men, you know, you got to test your stock. So he tested it. He bred it with the Neo and produced Corsos. This technique was also done numerous times in Italy. It just is what it is. The two dogs are kind of intertwined to a certain extent. And like I said before, the Neos just went totally left. Status, concept against tradition. Get into it. Concept against tradition. Get into it. What happened in Italy? Then you're going to have to research the people and the culture. And any dog breed that you get into, dog breeds are definitely intertwined with the people. You're going to have to start studying the culture, which I have done numerous of times on different dog breeds I'm interested in. You're going to have to do the same. It's not going to come overnight. You're going to have to do some extensive research, and sometimes you're going to have to get sources that's outside the box. Make your own critical think and make your own conclusion of the matter and put things in a proper perspective. So with that being said too, I want to talk about to the public, since you're saying that, you know, the Rottweiler crosses, the American dogs, the American bred dogs are saturated with Rottweilers. That's not the truth. If the dogs are saturated, to the extent saturated means drenched, that means it's so soaked in that it might as well have been that. That is not the truth. A few dogs doesn't change the genetics makeup of a breeder dog. That doesn't happen like that. It would have to be done constantly. The American bred dogs still move with cat-like gait. But what's the cat-like gait? The cat-like gait is what your Corso has to possess for you to even come out your mouth to say that it's a Corso. That's just one trait. That's just one trait. And if your dog is pitter-patting like a boxer, you don't own a Corso. If your Corso doesn't have a double coat, you do not own a Corso. Look at the tail base of your animals. If your tail base is the size of like a Doberman Pinscher or a Hound, where it's thin, you do not own a Corso. The Corso, eye set, poppy eyes, pinched nostrils, the muzzle around the nose bridge coming down to the lip. If it's round, that's not a Corso. Those are not Molossola traits. Those traits come from bulldogs being bred to pugs. A super wide chest, not a Corso trait. Corsos have deep chests because they were a running Mastino, a running Mastiff. Certain things took place, and this is where the division came into place. And some enthusiasts lost their way because at the end of the day, truthfully, hypothetically speaking, a lot of them were French descendants that dominary came to Italy, took over, stayed there, and then started calling themselves Italians. And actually, they're French descendants. They imported dogs over, which was their French Mastiff, the Bordeaux. The Bordeaux, if you research properly, he didn't always possess the bulldog traits that he possesses today. He didn't look like that. A lot of them were straight up muzzle, cleaner face, more effective on the aspect of doing what they had to do. And you get my drift with that. They were imported to Italy periodically to be estate guardian dogs. And the Corso and those dogs were bred together sometimes. And thus, when the Bordeaux started changing, 1800s, started 1700s, but 1800s you can really see it. 1900s you really can see it. Some of the Corsos in Italy that was infused or bred to, I should say, to those dogs, they slowly started changing too. And the poor people in Italy, not knowing any better, started favoring those type dogs because the rich people own those dogs. The problem was Italy wanting to be like other European countries. First of all, Italians, you're not Europeans. You're Mediterraneans. You could beg to differ, you can argue, you can fuss, you can fight. The truth is the truth. And this is where a lot of you don't know your own history. You don't know your own culture. And you lie, and you lie, and you do tactics of deceit without keeping it 100. So like I said, with that being said, so you follow the ways of your oppressors and you fell victim to how they fell victim of. Hold on.